channel. And, I tried to do this a few seconds ago, but it didn't work. So I recorded a little video and now I'm live. So in that 10 minutes, it went from saying can't live stream just yet, have to wait 24 hours to all of a sudden, hey, now you can stream live. So, in this first live stream, I just want to kind of share my journey so far, where I've been, how I've gotten to where I am right now, and kind of where I want to take everything in the future. So where I've been, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is my office. This is my office at my church. I'm actually a pastor of a church, and being a pastor means that you don't always have a big income. um, it's a calling, not a vocation in which you're going to make a lot of money. So, but that being said, my wife and I have always been very frugal, so we've always been able to make it work. Um, an example of my frugality is that when I worked at a boys' home years ago, hey, somebody came. I'm actually not alone anymore. Welcome. When I worked at a boys' home years ago, I actually ate ramen noodles like every single day, like 17 cents a package. This was back when ramen noodles were cheaper. This is what, 20 years ago now. So I'm a frugal person by nature. So that's my background in terms of money, is just knowing that, hey, I can make it work no matter how much money I make. So up to this point, up to actually just a couple years ago, we were very, very frugal in terms of our lifestyle. And we still are. We're still very frugal. But in terms of our income, very modest, very, very average, probably even under average. Hey, good to see you. Authentic meme. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But thinking about that, I don't want to, I'm over 40 now, and typically in your 40s and 50s, these are your top earning years. So I'm thinking, as a pastor, now, of course, money isn't the main issue, but I'm thinking, I really can, if I want to, make enough to go on some nice vacations, to be able to afford college for my kids and these kinds of things. But what are my skill set? How can I go about making that possible? So that's how I kind of came into YouTube. I've always loved making videos. I've always loved the creation process. In fact, years ago, back when before I was even a pastor, before I was a youth pastor, I was kind of an intern in a youth ministry. And one of the things we did was we would go to teenagers' houses during the summer, and we called it the Wake Up Squad, which is Wake Up Squad. WUS. We were the wuss. We were the wuss. And it was kind of like the show Cops. If you've ever seen the show Cops, they come in with the cameras, they come in with their filming crew. So that was my job for as part of the youth ministry. I would bring in a camera, and we would wake people up early in the morning during the summer. We would wake up teenagers and say, what are you doing sleeping in during the summer like this? And then every single week I would make a video of that process, and we would show it on Wednesday nights for the youth, and it was just a great time. So that's kind of like, I'm not sure if that was my first jump into video editing, video creation process, but that was definitely a part of it. And ever since then, I've just enjoyed the video editing process. So I've had YouTube channels in the past. I know this channel here only has 83 subscribers right now. But at the same time, I have another channel that's 20,000 subscribers. I have another channel that's 2,500 subscribers. I have another channel that's 1,900 subscribers, 1,800 subscribers. So I have various channels that have various amounts of subscribers. So I'm not new to this process at all. Some of my channels are monetized. I have 3 channels that are monetized. My biggest one that makes 20,000, that has 20,000 subscribers. It at one point, its highest month ever made $3,300 in AdSense, Google AdSense. Right now, it's only making about $400 a month in Google AdSense. Kind of goes up and down based on views and all these things. So that's kind of why I wanted to start this channel, because one of the perks of having a channel related to YouTube growth, or specifically money related matters, is that those channels get much higher CPM. So as I get, even if I get less views on this channel, I can actually get more money from AdSense revenue by having a money related channel. So thinking of starting a channel that tells African folk tales with AI, but don't know for sure. That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. So I would say just start doing it. You jump into the AI scene and get some scripts together. Would you use your own voice, or would you even get AI voices for that? I would recommend your own voice, um, or at least a voice that sounds very, very real. Because people nowadays, it's difficult for AI voices to build a channel at this point. People know how to spot those, and they know it's kind of generated. But I mean, that sounds like a cool idea. So yeah, pursue that. That's really cool. So that's why I started this channel, though, is to kind of get into a higher RPM. So thinking about like what kinds of topics I wanted to start talking about. One, growing on YouTube. So okay, like I said, my highest channel right now is 20,000 subscribers, but even that wasn't my first channel. I've had several channels. I posted my first YouTube video back in 2007, and it was of my daughter, who was, I think, just under 2 years old at the time, just playing on a computer, learning her ABCs. So that was kind of my jump into YouTube. And then on that channel, I've just posted just really random stuff for a while. I posted, family vacation videos. I posted kids jumping on trampolines, but nothing that anybody besides me and my family might even want to watch. um, don't want to use your own voice. Really want to keep it anonymous. I totally understand there. Not a big fan of putting myself out there, but I have always wanted to start a channel. Yeah, so you can have a faceless channel, definitely. Not wanting to use your own voice does make it more difficult, but like I said, definitely possible. I would say that probably the best thing, if you have like a friend who wouldn't mind having their voice recorded, you can give them, $2 a video or something like that. I mean, or you could, I mean, there are AI voices that sound really good. Sometimes you just need to tweak them and put in the energy to making it sound just right. I wouldn't use an AI voice just out of the box. Maybe give it some additional prompts. Find the AI voices like on 11 Labs. Maybe even I was gonna say use your own voice, that they can actually do that. But yeah, if you don't want to go that route, then I wouldn't suggest that. I tried once using my own voice for an AI character, and it does sound like me a little bit, but it could use a little bit more as well, if you know what I mean. Hey, is the picture quality okay? It seems like a little dark as I look at this right now. Although when I was setting it up, it seemed like it was plenty bright, but now it seems just a little bit dark. So let me know, but I have a light here I can bring closer if that would help. All that being said, so I've had previous channels, and I even had at one point a channel that I posted on every single day. And I really thought that by posting every day, that channel would excel, it didn't happen. And I realized that posting frequency is not the determining factor. I mean, you hear people say that kind of thing, that it's quality over quantity, but I really thought by posting every day, quantity over quality, just by pushing out a video every day, in my mind back then, this was 2012, that it would take off. And I think that first year, it only got like maybe 20 or 50 subscribers or something like that. It did not take off. Now, since then, I've learned that, yes, posting frequency can help, but it's certainly not the determining factor. You do need to make your videos a little bit better with each upload, consistently getting better, and make videos that people actually want to watch. So that being said, on that same channel, I 10 years later did that same experiment, posted a video every day. And this time, I can't say that I made the videos better every single day, but they were definitely better than they were 10 years ago. And because of that, they didn't gain just 20 or 50 subscribers. I think they gained 200 subscribers in a year. Still not great by any standard. Certainly wasn't going to get monetized in that year. But once again, it's the learning process. And I think more than anything, in terms of growing on YouTube, is just falling in love with the process. I mean, if you can fall in love with the process of making videos, then the growth really doesn't matter as much. I mean, I'm not going to say that growth doesn't matter at all. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to have a YouTube channel with a following, then you wouldn't upload videos at all. But the growth and the monetization, these kinds of things matter less if you simply enjoy the process of making videos and uploading them. Even if people aren't watching them, if you enjoy the process, then it's worth it. It's kind of like having a hobby. And obviously in the early days of starting a YouTube channel, you definitely need to treat it like a passionate hobby that you have. Like you can't just treat it like a once in a while kind of hobby. You got to show up every day. And some people say treat it like a job. Yeah, I mean, if you want to grow fast, then surely you have to treat it like a job. Now, if you don't mind the slow growth, then at least treat it like a passionate hobby that you have, something that you really really enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy the process, you're never going to get to the point that you actually make money with it. It's going to burn out. It's going to fizzle out. I've talked with many people over the years who maybe they started a channel at the exact same time that I did, or they saw some of my videos and they reached out to me and were bouncing ideas from me. So we emailed back and forth a little bit. Some of them, if they don't enjoy the process, like they simply don't. They're not continuing to go right now. Hey, good morning, Daily. Good to see you. Yeah, you have to enjoy the process, because if you don't enjoy the process, it's going to fizzle out. It's going to get to the point that you say, yeah, money is the goal, monetization is the goal, and yet if you don't enjoy it, then you're never going to get to that goal of monetization. You're going to keep on saying to yourself, well, it's just one day I'll enjoy it. But you'll never get to the one day. You have to learn to enjoy the process. That's why you see so many of these big YouTubers say, yeah, I've always been making videos. Like Casey Neistat, way before he was huge, they just enjoyed making videos. Him and his brother were just making videos. And like, I was watching a thing just yesterday. Like, I think it was a video somebody put out. I don't think it was Digital Spaghetti, but it was one of those channels. They were talking about Casey Neistat's early days, and it said something like, even before he got his HBO show, he was making this exact same style that he continued doing throughout his vlog. I mean, he just liked making the video, even when nobody would watch it. He just enjoyed doing it. And if you can get to the point that you enjoy the process, enjoy making the videos, even if nobody sees them, then you'll have a much better, chance, luck. Certainly these things can be factors in the process, right? But I would say much more higher degree of even reliability of becoming full time, if that's your goal on YouTube, or at least starting to make some money from your channel, whether it stays as a side income or whatever it does. As you can tell, I've been painting my office. I'm hoping to turn this into my new YouTube studio. I have been using this as my places where I'm recording videos and things lately. Currently learning how to trade Forex. Interesting. So I've never done that. Let me know how that's going. I am trading a little bit on Webull, but it's more just buying a stock and holding it. And that's more my investment strategy, is buying a stock and holding it. Yeah. So that the plastic, I didn't injure anyone. It's not like a, like a slaughter room or anything like that. No, it's just plastic from painting. So the walls were that color there, and I'm painting them, making them that darker color. I've noticed that as I've been looking at YouTube studios and things, that people have a dark color background far more than a light color background. And I realized why. Look at my head on this background. It pops out, right? You're drawn to see my bald head. Whereas if I'm over here on this light color back, it just blends in so much, right? And not to say that you can't see me, obviously you can, but this just pops. This looks professional, whereas this looks it's okay. With the right lighting, I'm sure it'll be fine. But this pops, right? So I'm going to experiment with that more going forward as well. But I still need to put a second coat on this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of just splotchy right now. I also painted that bookshelf. Anyway, that's kind of ongoing. So back to this process of starting a YouTube channel. So I had my 20,000 subscriber channel, and I thought at first, if I could just build this up, and it can get monetized. Well, it's already monetized, but if it can build up a greater revenue, maybe more income streams through merchandise or these kinds of things. I got to the point with that channel though. I just realized I wasn't. Not to say that I don't enjoy it. I still post on that channel, but in terms of making it my big focus in terms of where I am on YouTube, it just wasn't my passion. It's mostly about how to take care of my medically complex daughter, which I'm passionate about doing that, but videoing the whole process and putting it on YouTube, I just realized that in order for it to grow to the point that it's really paying the bills or paying for vacations or whatever, it's gonna have to get so popular that there's gonna be so many people that disagree with my lifestyle in doing that, how we go about doing that, um, and there. I mean, even at 20,000 subscribers, there's already quite a bit of just disagreement and negativity. I'm thinking, I don't want it to grow to 100,000 or a million subscribers on that channel. I don't want that kind of you know, negativity coming from people who don't agree. And if you get to the point of having a large channel, you're going to have some negativity. There's going to be people, even on what seems like very simple, topics or conversations. There's going to be people who disagree. And on this channel, average guy making money, there's going to be people who are going to disagree with me. In terms of how I go about doing that. I'm sure just telling people that I'm a pastor, people are going to say, pastors shouldn't be thinking about making money. Well, there's going to be people who disagree. Never mind the fact that, of course, we all need to have money in order to survive. It's the love of money. This isn't a religious channel, but the Bible says it's the love of money that is the root of all, a root of all kinds of evil. So anyway, all that being said, going forward, I'm going to think more about in terms of like, how can I make this channel really my focus of, getting enough watch hours so that I get it monetized and these kinds of things. And thinking about just having a YouTube studio. And I know it's my office, but it's also my YouTube studio where I make videos, not just for this channel, but for other channels that I have as well. I had a question about the whole review process as well. I make reviews for of products and things. If you don't know, one of my other channels is called Reviewing Literally Everything. And on that channel, I make review videos for all kinds of products that sometimes I'm given, sometimes that I just have around the house. But reviewing literally everything. So I started this channel. This is an opportunity they had from my first channel, actually. It's through the Amazon Influencer Program. If you've heard about this program, let me know. But the Amazon Influencer Program is open to anyone who has any kind of influence on their YouTube channel or social media account. They need to have a following and some engagement. And if you qualify for it, they don't really say exactly how you can qualify for it. They just say you need to have engagement, you need to have a following. It's called Amazon Influencers for that reason. So if you qualify for it, then you can start making these review videos, and they show these directly on Amazon. If you ever go on Amazon on a product page and you see video reviews of the product that you're looking at, they can be made one of two ways. One, they could be from people who bought the product and they're simply reviewing it. If that's the case, it'll say customer review on it. It'll say customer review because they bought the product and they're simply reviewing the product that they bought. Now, if it doesn't say that, then it's what is called the Amazon Influencer Review. These are people like myself who maybe we bought the product a long time ago. Maybe we were gifted the product. If we were gifted the product, we have to say on it, hey, I was given this product for the purpose of this review. And I've done that many, many times. If you watch my videos on that channel, reviewing literally everything. So, and then if somebody watches that video on Amazon and then purchases that product, then I'm given a commission for that. Now, those same videos, I'll also now I qualified for that program using a Hope and Sunshine channel, my channel that has 20,000 subscribers. I qualified with that channel, but then I realized, I'm making these videos for Amazon, and really I should be uploading these to YouTube as well. They definitely did not fit on that other channel, Hope and Sunshine, because that channel, once again, is all about caring for my complex daughter. If I started talking about selling drones on that channel or showing cameras and TVs and things and saying, hey, check out the link in the description and buy it through my link, all of my subscribers would be like, why are you uploading these kinds of videos to this channel? It wouldn't make sense. So even though that's the channel that allowed me to get qualified for Amazon Influencer, I realized I need to be uploading these videos to their own channel. So I started a channel called Reviewing Literally Everything. And I did not think that channel was going to grow at all, because once again, these are really random products. These are products where like, I would make a video for, a camera one day, and then the next day would be a pair of shoes or something like that, or a pair of socks, or even more random than that. Like, beard oil. I just uploaded a video to that channel yesterday for beard oil to moisturize my beard. And then so that would appeal to men, right? Men who have beards, right? And then the next day it might be like nail polish for women. So just really random things. Now that being said, I did. Well, that's another topic for another day. I'm making more channels. This is kind of what I do. Some people say to stick to one channel, and I mean that's really good advice to make one channel and then build that one channel up. But that's just never been my personality. Yeah, I do scratch my beard, even though it's past the itchy phase right now. I got in the habit of scratching it. When a beard is new, they do tend to scratch a little bit. Great thing about people that disagree is that they help get the channel more traction. That is true. Although I also learned that even if you hide their comments, it's you don't have to keep their comment for the engagement. YouTube doesn't push more videos out simply because they have more comments. They have a way of knowing, basically, based on engagement and watch time and all these like satisfaction type quizzes and these kinds of things, the kinds of videos that people enjoy. So whether they get the like and whether they get the comment, I mean, that's a nice little bonus, but that's not the primary thing that YouTube is using to push videos. And really, they don't push videos, right? They pull videos based on the viewer. But yeah, I totally like give me the engagement. That's totally fine. If you get annoyed by it, you can always hide them, block them, so that they're not, the naysayers aren't, having a place to have a public forum where they can get together and bash on people, right? You can always hide it. So I started that channel reviewing literally everything, and I really didn't expect it to grow because I'm uploading all these really random videos, really random. And then I thought, who would subscribe to all these random videos, right? Like videos about nail polish and then beard oils and then cameras, and it's just there was nothing tying them all together. And I'm thinking, nobody's going to subscribe to this. This channel is never getting monetized. It might get some views because of people searching for specific products and then watching those products and then making a purchase. That was really my goal. Get some views, funnel them to Amazon, and then make some money that way through that one channel, reviewing literally everything. It's kind of hard to say. Looking back is always hindsight's 2020, renaming things, but I do like the idea of it. It's a catchy name as far as reading it. But anyway, so I didn't think it was going to get monetized, but it took, I think, 18 months, and it did grow to 1,000 subscribers. And by then, it had already had the 4,000 hours of watch time, I think. So yeah, it got monetized. And it's interesting. A lot of people who are watching the channel, yes, they're looking for reviews of products that they're, thinking about buying. So they oftentimes come for that reason, but then they also just like the random. They do like the randomness of the videos. What I thought was a drawback for subscribing and getting monetized on that channel actually was a perk for it. So sometimes just experimenting, just being willing to say, I'm going to try something new and I'm going to do this, even if I'm not sure it's going to work, even if I don't think it's going to work. Sometimes just doing that and trying and seeing. Like, we have so many ideas sometimes that we just kind of let go, right? We think sometimes, oh, that's not such a great idea. Or sometimes we think, oh, that might work, but do I really want to put all the energy into that? And then we don't try these ideas. Instead, we watch Netflix, or we just watch other people's YouTube videos instead of actually implementing things for ourselves. Whereas I really think action is always better than inaction. So even if we think that's never going to work, if we don't think it's worth our time, but then we use that time that we don't think it's going to work doing, what I'm trying to say, and use that and just waste that time, then, I mean, yeah, it might not have worked, but it might have worked, right? So isn't it better to try something? Isn't it better to put ourselves out there, take the risk, rather than say, well, it's just never going to work, and then just give up and not do it, right? And just do something that is surely a waste of time. It's better to take the risk. It's better to maybe waste some time, but maybe have a huge payoff. And that's kind of what I've been doing with this channel, that other channel, reviewing literally everything. And then that channel is now spawning other channels that are more niched. So like reviewing literally everything is literally everything. Like, I'll just put review videos for everything that I review on there. And it's just really random products. But then I've also made other niche channels using that same branding. and I'll only upload to those channels things within that niche. So, for example, I have reviewing literally everything. That's the main channel, the catch-all channel. But then I also have reviewing literally everything auto, which is only car stuff. So you see how that has a much more high niche ability, right? Or is that the word? I don't even know. It's more likely that people who are only interested in cars are going to watch that channel and subscribe to it. So it has a higher degree of probability of subscribers for that channel. Now, the downside is that I'm not uploading very many videos to that channel. They don't, I mean, I don't review a car thing every day or even every month. So videos are going to be further between. But honestly, if I'm already making the video for Amazon and uploading it to my reviewing literally everything channel, I might as well. I might as well upload it to that other channel that could possibly also get monetized. I mean, and have a loyal following, not just randomness, lots of random people, but a loyal following. And then that opens other doors for like brand deals. So like if a car manufacturer says, hey, I see your channel, and obviously you have all kinds of car enthusiasts who watch your channel and love your reviews, we would love to sponsor a video or have a brand deal with your channel for people who love cars, right? That makes sense. Whereas reviewing literally everything, it's never going to get a brand deal. Like the subscriber base is so random, right? Unless it's just a random product, a random person who they want to reach a really random large audience and it's appealing to just about anyone. Maybe then, right? But most people want a more niche audience. And if I can show that niche audience, that's kind of what I'm doing with all of those niche channels right now. So reviewing literally everything, car, auto, I have a reviewing literally everything, health, which is like health and beauty products. That's the one where my beard oil as well as like nail polish, those, even though that's still two niches like men and women, it still kind of fits within like home products, home and health products. Reviewing literally everything toys. So I have these set up already. So I'm going to be making more of those as I make more videos. And I have a whole backlog of videos that I really should upload to all these niche channels. And I need to, because I have like, I think 1,000 videos on that channel reviewing literally everything. It's so hard to say. And I made the channel like 2 years ago and it's still hard for me to say. Maybe I need to just abbreviate it. RLE. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I do behind the scenes, like my own thing. But anyway, so making this studio, this is going to be kind of, once it's done, the backdrop for the videos on this channel, mostly. I did have somebody suggest recently that I should do some vlogging type things. Let me know. Would that be interesting? Kind of show a day in the life of somebody who does what I do, like both in terms of being a YouTuber, which I'm not full-time by any means, but also just doing the whole Amazon reviews thing. If that would be interesting, let me know. I've thought about doing it. In fact, at one point, I even kind of scripted it out and just never pulled the trigger. Going back to that whole, like, could it be huge? Yeah, it could be, right? But at the same time, you only have so much time. So if the issue is between something that could work versus something that does work, then obviously you pick what does. That being said, I don't have all of my time managed well. I've certainly watched Netflix and YouTube and things. I just watched the show called All of Us Are Dead. Have you seen that one on Netflix? It's a Korean post-apocalyptic thing, zombies, all that stuff. It was fun. Anyway, kind of binge watched that one just recently. So things that I do as far as the review videos. I get random products sent to me. So what happens is when I started making all these review videos, at first I just used all the stuff around my house, and that's where you start. You start with anything of value that you have around your house, and that's what I did anyway. Anything of value, record a short video. It doesn't have to be long. People trust people who just will say the positives and negatives about an item. You don't have to make it a really, big production type thing. You just say, hey, this is my little camera, and I've had this for X number of years, 5 years, and it still works. After 5 years, it still works. It's got good picture quality. I wouldn't say it's the best picture quality, but it's HD. It's certainly, if you pixel peep, it's not going to be as good as 4K, that kind of thing. So you kind of go through the product. You say it in a real natural tone of voice. You don't have to put on airs or anything like that. And just be honest with people, and people appreciate that. So that's what I started doing with that channel, reviewing literally everything. And then from that, after you have a few hundred videos, probably maybe more than that, yeah, a few hundred, companies will start contacting you. I mean, they see your YouTube channel, and if you have a few videos that kind of pop, companies take notice of that. Now, most of the companies at this point that I'm dealing with are China-based. So China will outsource people who are going to be marketing for them or making videos for them, and then they'll go ahead and outsource that back to America. I'm not sure exactly how much money they're getting in the process, but I get free products out of it, sometimes compensation as well. And so I'll make they'll send me a list. They'll send me a list of various items that I could choose from, or sometimes it's just one item per day that they'll kind of send me a thing. Usually every day I'll get at least 6 to 10 emails. Not every day, but several times a week, I'll get like 6 to 10 emails in a day, and I'll have to pick which products I want from that. And a lot of times I'll say no. Like sometimes it's just junk. Sometimes it's things like very niche part of a automotive or a machinery type thing, and I'm not gonna use that at all. So I'll just say no. That's not something that appeals to me. And sometimes it's a lot of things that I've already reviewed. So I don't really want to, even though the channel is called Reviewing Literally Everything, I'm not going to review this, the same kind of thing over and over and over again. If I've already reviewed a lamp that looks a certain way, I'm not going to review 10 more lamps that look exactly like that, right? Just looking around my office right here, let's see. I got that for free. That was a free thing. Let's see what else. No, that wasn't for free. That was actually a gift recently. Same with that. That was a gift. But anyway, I'll get random things. And so I'll review all these things. And once again, if I get it for free, then I'll simply say in the video, I received this as in exchange for, I received this product in exchange for a review. Or I'll say, I received this product plus commission in exchange for a review. But all of these thoughts are my own. And they are. They're oftentimes they'll give you a few points that they want you to say, but I'll say, hey, I'm making this video in exchange for the product, and I'm going to give them my honest review. And they always say, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I make the product, I make the video, I upload it to Amazon, I upload it to my channel, and now I'm also uploading it to a niche channel. Now, that being said, I do tweak the video a little bit when uploading it to the niche channel. And the reason is Amazon doesn't like duplicate content, right? So if you upload a video that's exactly like another video that already exists on YouTube, YouTube will notify the person who uploaded it first and say, hey, they uploaded your video. What do you want to do about that? And so you can flag it. You can do whatever. Now, since I own both channels, I'm not going to give it a copyright strike or anything like that. I'm not going to flag it as being duplicate content. However, YouTube still sees that. YouTube itself still sees, this guy only uploads duplicates on 2 different channels. So we're only going to monetize one of them to discourage uploading duplicate content. So what I do to avoid all that is I'll actually just do simple edits, so that the videos aren't identical. And really easy. I mean, honestly, all you have to do is every 4 seconds of video or so, just take out a second. So maybe I'll upload the first one and it has a little bit of extra buffer time between clips. Just silence. It's not that it's boring. It's just that I'm showing the product, So I'll say, hey, this camera has, this camera's 4K. I'll kind of show it for a second. And on the other video, hey, this camera's 4K, and then just immediately clip to the next part of my audio. It streams really well online or wherever it is, So in the process of editing just a little bit every 4 to 7 seconds or so, then it's no longer duplicate content, and YouTube's not going to flag it as being duplicate content. So works out pretty good. So far, I haven't seen any notifications on my monetized channel that it has re-uploaded content somewhere else, which is exactly what I want to see, so that when the other channel gets 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, I'll be able to monetize that channel too, even though it's basically the same content that's on my catch-all channel with very minor edits. That's my goal. So my goal is to actually have, let's see, so that main channel, Reviewing Literally Everything, and then I want to have a channel for each sub niche in Amazon. So right now I have like 6 extra channels, 6 niches, but I think there's another there might be another 4 or 5 or something like that. Just broad categories like household products, beauty products, health and beauty, toys, auto, electronics. Electronics is a big one, right? Because there's so many electronics that would fall under that. But I'm just going to put them together and then have a playlist for each thing under that. So it might be electronics is the channel, reviewing literally everything electronics. And then you'll have a playlist for phones, a playlist for TVs, a playlist for cameras, and all of these things, even though they're, you really could have another channel for each one of these things, right? I'm just gonna put them together because how many channels can I possibly have? That's enough, right? At some point, you got to say enough is enough. That's enough channels. So, but right now, that's the goal. That's for all of that. Now, that being said, that's one kind of category of channels that I have. I also have, my wife has a channel, Nurse Abby, and she's had this since 2021, I think. Not long after I got my first channel monetized, Hope and Sunshine, she said, "Oh, I can do that too." I said, "Yeah, you can do that too." So she started going to nursing school to become a nurse, to help. She actually gets she can actually be a nurse for our own daughter based on the laws in our state. So she got her nursing degree. She had to go through nursing school too, which was a long process, but she vlogged her whole time going through nursing school and showed the process. And a lot of nursing students have watched her videos and gotten familiar with the process and asked her questions all the time. And then after she graduated from nursing school, she became a nurse, and now she can talk about nursing related things on her channel, and she continues to do that. She could actually show taking care of a patient, our own daughter, which oftentimes you can't show on YouTube because of HIPAA laws, but being that she's also the parent of our daughter, it's totally fine, right? So she can actually show what it's like being a home health nurse with her nursing degree, and that's what she does. So that's our second monetized channel. Hope and Sunshine, Nurse Abby, and then reviewing literally everything are our 3 monetized channels right now. Hoping to get this one monetized in the next, hopefully, I would say a reasonable time frame would be the next 8 months. And the reason I say 8 months is because I started doing more frequent uploads about 2 months ago. So let's say 10 months. This channel is going to have 1,000 subscribers within the next 2 months or so. This channel will have 1,000 subscribers. And then beyond that, I still need about 3,400 hours of watch time, which is part of why I'm going live today. Getting watch hours really goes a lot faster the more you go live. There's 2 ways. One, going live. Even if you have a few people who are watching, that can give you hours just like that. And then, of course, you can have that replay that you can even chop up into smaller videos if you want to, which I'll probably do and release these kinds of things. But then also, the second way is just by making really good videos now and hoping one of them goes viral, right? Because if you can get one video that really pops, that really can monetize your channel. Having one video that's done really well. Now this takes time, right? Making one good video, it's a gamble. But going back to this whole idea of doing something that might not work versus something that won't work, right? So, or something that will work. So it's good to mix all these things together. So I'm mixing live streams with trying really hard to make really good videos and doing all of this as a side income, right? Honestly, right now, my YouTube income, YouTube and Amazon sales have at some points have surpassed my regular full-time income, my income as a pastor. Didn't become a pastor to make a lot of money, right? But it's surpassed that. And I think in the next year, as I think through growing these things, growing this channel, growing even Hope and Sunshine a little bit. I think it does have room to grow, even though I don't want it to become massive. I'll talk about that here in a second. And also the Nurse Abby channel and reviewing literally everything. These channels really can become not just surpassing my normal full-time income, but even beyond that, becoming a source of hope for other people. I hope that this channel is giving you hope that an average guy like me, an average guy like you really can, based on today's YouTube scene, grow. I mean, all of these channels I've only had for less than 4 years, and I've already got 3 of them monetized in the last 4 years. I started Hope and Sunshine, even though it existed a little bit before this. I basically started focusing on it in 2020 during COVID, and maybe you've heard people have that same story of starting a YouTube channel during COVID because we had all that extra time, right? So I started it during COVID, and at that point, I had the time to upload even daily to that channel. It eventually turned into a type of vlog, a family vlog, and yeah, in the last 4 years, it's made tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I was super stoked about that. Reviewing literally everything. That came about in 2022, I believe. I'd have to look. It might have been 2021. No, it was 2022 because Hope and Sunshine got monetized in 2021. And then its first year, it made, I think, $9,000. Its second year, I think it made $11,000. Its third year, I think it made $14,000. So it's been going up a little bit every year. 2024, it's not going to make as much. Like I said, it's come down quite a bit. But then reviewing literally everything in 2022, I started that channel. That's actually when I started Amazon affiliates and Amazon associates, influencers at all. That's when I started 2022. And then, so just in those 2 years, 2.5 years at this point, it's gotten Amazon associates and Amazon influencers has gotten tens of thousands of dollars. Amazon, reviewing literally everything, it itself is making almost $200 per month at this point, just on YouTube, just the YouTube videos, just the AdSense is what I'm saying. And then of course it directs people to Amazon where they make a purchase and I make even additional commissions. I'm saying all this not to brag, but to say that an average person like me within 4 years has made all these YouTube channels simply by saying, yes, I can, rather than no, I can't. Right. For years prior to this, prior to 2020, I said to myself, well, there's all those big YouTubers out there and, they're doing well, but I've kind of missed my opportunity, right? I missed the golden age of YouTube in which, I could have done it, right? You look at some of the oldest YouTubers like Philip DeFranco or Shay Carl or, I don't know if you remember some of these guys, Tobuscus, right? Jenna Marbles. And you think, of course they have a big following. They got such a big following because they got in on it early. And I thought, I don't know about you, but I thought that I missed my opportunity. Well, I realized, man, the opportunity is just getting started, right? The opportunity, there's still so much opportunity on YouTube. I was thinking about it. There's 8 billion people on the planet Earth, 8 billion people. And only 114 million, not even a billion. So not even close to a tenth, right? Only 114 million have YouTube channels. That's all. That's it. There's still so much room to grow on YouTube because 8 billion minus 114 million. Let's assume that 114 million channels grow to the point of being full-time YouTubers. It's not even close to that. Only 3 million right now are even monetized. But let's assume out of 8 billion people, 114 million get monetized and are full-time on YouTube. That still leaves 7 billion 886 million people to watch those channels. Do you realize how big of an opportunity there is right now to grow on YouTube? I say these things, I'm starting to sound like Sean Cannell from Think Media. But there's such an opportunity. There is insane how much of an opportunity there is right now, this year, going into next year to grow on YouTube. Because there's so many people out there who are watching YouTube. And it's, somebody said it, it's surpassed Netflix in terms of watching now, right? That's right. It's surpassed Netflix. I mean, a few years ago, I don't know if you remember this or not, but Netflix started out as a DVD service, right? So you would order the DVDs, they'd send you the DVDs in the mail, and then eventually things started streaming instead. So you could stream your favorite movies, and the streaming was very, very limited back then. I don't know if you might not remember this, but you were more likely to get the movies you watched by continuing this whole DVD service. And then eventually Netflix is like, well, we're going streaming, right? We're going to start streaming. instead of this Netflix or instead of this DVD thing. And then they just canceled all their DVDs. And I'm thinking, how can they possibly do that? You can get any movie you want by getting the DVD service, but then they're just canceling that. And they said, no, we're going to pour everything into streaming. And then that's when they became huge. Now they were already big, but when they decided to go streaming only, man, they skyrocketed. It was insane. It was this whole idea once again of risk versus reward, and saying, we could do that, but man, there's so much risk. Do I really want to try? The thing is, yes, yeah, you could. Yeah, that's right. Blockbuster turned it down. That's right. That's crazy. But the thing is, if you don't take that risk, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. You got to take the risk. And especially if you have the time. If you have the time to take risks, then take risks, right? So often we just say, oh, I don't want to take the risk. It might not work out. No, taking the risk. I mean, going back to the very beginning, if you missed the beginning of this live stream, I was talking about this whole idea of enjoying the process, right? I started on YouTube in 2007, and I just enjoyed the process. And at first, I wasn't making anything that anybody wanted to watch but myself, but I enjoyed the video editing process because I've been doing this for years prior to this, just enjoying making videos. I need to upload to this channel some of my first videos because I think you guys would think it's hilarious. I'm spinning lightsabers, I'm playing with my kids, building snowmen, these kinds of things that nobody would really care to watch but me and my family, because I just enjoyed making it, right? My family doesn't even enjoy watching them, honestly. Maybe the one with my daughter. She's the star of the show. But anyway, if you enjoy the process of making YouTube videos, then yes, monetization might be a goal, but if you like doing it, then it's rewarding in and of itself, right? Enjoy the process, and if you're enjoying the process, it becomes much more relatable. Other people who are going through similar things will say, yeah, I can relate to this person. And I can relate to them. I can learn from them. I can learn to enjoy the process too. And they'll come alongside you, and you can grow together. I've learned through all of this that even though monetization is definitely still a goal for me on this channel, and eventually we'll get there, just connecting with people is far more valuable than money. Money, who cares about money? Money is just a tool that we can use to trade to get things that we want. If you think of it that way, then yeah, it can be helpful, but what are the things that we want? Well, we want to be loved by other people. We want to have good friends and family. And if you think of it that way, then simply, honestly, what I'm doing right now, connecting with you guys and talking with you guys, that's more valuable than monetization. And not to say that I'm not pursuing that, I am. But this right here is more valuable than that. Hey, I'm going to look at some of these comments and then probably wrap this up pretty soon here. Let's see, where'd the comments go? This is my first time live streaming. There you go. Chat, live chat, moderation. No, close that. There we go. This is my first time live streaming on this channel. I've live streamed from my computer before on different channels, but this is the first time from my phone and trying to read all the comments on here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to try some vlogs. Definitely going to try that. I appreciate you saying that authentic meme that this channel's going to get big. Yeah, right. that sure would be nice. We'll get there hopefully in the next 10 months or so. That's my goal. It's all going to be contingent on watch time. I need to get this 3,400 more hours. Right now I'm sitting at about 620, so a little less than that. Yeah, it's a calling. It definitely is a calling. Been on YouTube for years. 2 subscribers off 7,000, but my slow growth is never speeding up. Yeah, it's just my channel will always be this way. Is it too late? No, Alex, it's not too late. It's not too late. You really can grow on YouTube. Now, I would say the secret, and once again, I'm not a YouTube guru. I don't have everything figured out. But in terms of what I implement on this channel and my other channels is 2 things. Consistency. And when I say that, it's not just about how often you upload, but consistency in quality. You want to make good videos that people actually want to watch, and getting a little bit better each time. Those 2 things really can skyrocket things eventually. I would say also that if you're not growing just yet, be committed to the process, enjoy the process, and don't worry so much about growth, but enjoy the process of getting better over time. You can do it. Yeah, appreciate that. Whopping 31 subscribers is better than 0, right? Keep at it, man. Yep. Getting more random. Obviously, a huge channel. Yeah, definitely have. There's opportunities to take off here. Been on YouTube for just over a year. Have seen no growth. Once again, these same kinds of principles. Be committed to the process. Enjoy the process, and you can do it, man. I'd love to check out your channel sometime. Probably. Enjoy the work you do. Yeah, that's right. Never work a day in your life. Now, I do have a caveat to that quote. Enjoy the work you do, and you'll never work a day of your life. That's true. However, sometimes if you pour all of yourself, some people say that they want to keep their hobby so that they don't end up treating it like a job and hating it. That can definitely be a thing too, right? Some people start in their occupation because they loved it, but then over time they start to hate it because that's what they have to do to pay the bills. I would say it's definitely true. Enjoy what you do. You'll never have to work a day in your life. However, keep the main thing the main thing. Don't make it about the money. Don't make it about arbitrary goals, but really make it about people. People are far more interesting than inanimate objects. Thing with stats, especially with human stats, I always believe that the numbers will always be higher. We should be more than 8 billion, I think. Yeah. We're it surpassed 8 billion, I think, a year or two ago. So we're somewhere between 8 billion and 8.1 billion, something like that. Congrats on the first live stream. Appreciate it. Thank you. My first is Tuesday. Yeah, you're going live on Tuesday. That's cool. So yeah, I wish you well with that. I wish you well. Yeah. Hey, thank you guys for watching my first live stream. It was kind of a little scatterbrained here and there, but I think the next one will be even better. At least that's the goal. Make them a little bit better each time. And if I'm, like I say, I'm just an average guy. If I can do it, you can do it too. Take care, guys.